Alright, so this is Mac Rub Owner. I'm going to do a little walk through my property. I had an experience the other day. Bought a place here in Mississippi, and I love it, honestly. There's certain things here that will hurt you, and sometimes you find them by accident. So what we have here, I was working on this fence line here, and none of this existed, so we had to have the survey done and all that stuff in order to put the fence line in without being on someone else's land by accident. So that's all fine and well. So anyway, they are definitely copperhead snakes, and yes, I am wearing Rocky snake boots, and I'm in a bee suit, and I'm not very talented with making video, to be quite honest, so this is partially for me. So I'll put it to you this way: some people have made comments from time to time about the quality of the video or whatever. I'll just say this: I make these videos for me, and I share them with you, and you can either enjoy them or you can move on. Maybe you learn something, maybe you don't. In this case, we put in all this fence line here, and there's still stuff to do, but this part was largely done. Down here at the bottom of this pine tree, there's a hole. In fact, a bee just came out of it right down in there. I don't know if you can see that. I hope so, right by that stick. So there's a hive of yellow jackets down in the bottom base of that tree. Down here by this corner, we had a real problem the other day. I was just doing we were just finishing up. We were probably about a half an hour before dark, and getting ready to do the last pull on this fence. We got it stood up, going all the way up by the house. The three of us down here, myself, my son, and a friend of ours. And I went ahead and I set a line going over to a tree over here, over that way. If you look close, you can see there's an orange and black rope that's going between there and over to a tree. So I got my puller there, and I got a bar, actually two different bars. There's a stainless steel bar here to go between the wire, and then there's a drawbar right there that was welded up. So anyway, I set my line, and I'm walking back over this way, and you can see where my hat and my glasses are right there. My glasses were actually about where my foot is here when I just found them earlier today. I haven't been down here for a few days. So what happened was I attached to the tree over there. I ran this line, came up this way, and suddenly a bee stung me in the finger, my left middle finger. And then all of a sudden I had bees all over me. I mean, they were all over my back and everything. I don't even know where they came from. And I never saw any kind of a hive or a nest or anything like that. And so I ordered up this bee suit. I thought I'd come back down here. My son insists that I make a video. So when I walked back, see, I tied to that tree right there. And then I was walking this line. I was going right up to that corner, and I was going to get ready to do a pull with that puller and stretch that tight, and then we were going to secure it, and then we'd be done. And then I got nailed by bees. And so I got stung in the finger. They got all over my back. They were swarming me. I hit the ground. I ran. We got an acre here. I ran at least half the property with them chasing me, maybe further. And I tried to get my shirt off, and I was having my shirt tucked in. I couldn't get my shirt off, and they were attacking me, these little pissant yellow jackets. And I finally was able to get my shirt off after I ran a little ways further, because they caught up to me and they were starting to go after me again. So my son had to bring me a ladder. I was outside the wire. I couldn't even get inside the fence. And so anyway, I got stung. I went to the hospital, and I was there, I don't know, a few hours. They got me right in. They didn't screw around. And they gave me an IV. I mean, it was serious. They gave me a cocktail of 3 or 4 different kinds of medications. And you know, I was hurting. I mean, really, really, really hurting. I mean, and then when the bee stings were counted later, it was 63 or 64 yellow jacket stings, most of them on my from my waist up. I think one down by my knee. They couldn't get through my black jeans hardly. They got all over my back, my waist, my shoulders, alongside my shoulder blades, and they just stung the hell out of me. Got my finger, they got the back of my hand, my elbow, my forearm. Got 2 or 3 stings in the head. They didn't get my eyes, thank God. But now over here, see, I was just down here a few minutes ago. My phone actually ran out of power. We never saw that right there. That's a major nest right there. And I must have been, 4 to 6 feet away from it. I never saw them. And they chased me down and had their way with me. It was bad. I don't even know what I did in order to provoke that attack. And I don't know how many hives joined in the attack. I guess they smell that venom and they'll just start coming after you because they know you've already been tagged. And then for several days now, if I go outside, they can smell that venom in my body still. And they're after me in the open ground wanting to sting me. So I got a bee suit, and that's what I'm wearing now in order to come down here and find this. But I'm going to come down here later with hot water and stuff, and I'm going to wipe that nest off the face of this earth. It's going to be gone. And I told my neighbor about this because this is actually his side of the property. Our property corner is about 12 feet that way where that pink flag is on the left. So this is actually his property here. But I told him about this and told him I'm going to wipe it out and what had happened. So I warned him not to come up here. So anyway, you take care. I'm going to get out of here. I'll come back after it's dark and kill this nest. This is about where I was when I got stung. That's my hat and glasses still laying there from when I actually hit the ground and rolled trying to get them off me. And then I ran straight up this fence line because I bypassed that wire and I kept going, and then I couldn't get across the wire to the house. It was pretty horrible. I've been stung many times by yellow jackets, but I've never been stung 60 plus times, in one episode like that. I worked with a guy years ago that got stung 35 times, and I wasn't with him, but I mean that was horrible. But 63 or 64 times is what I got stung. Be careful, folks. Take care.